Alright YouTube, we're back. This should be the final video 19 on the ASW-28 by Volantex with my little details, my little special things. Where we left off, we were just getting this receiver slid in there, and I made some extra marks here, and then I made a label that says move receiver only after loosening both antennas, and then I showed that it was glued because I glued this in. I also just reinforced these connections on both sides so that you can get them out, and then they're just held together like that, right? So they're basically only going to go in one way. Okay, just like that, and same over here. The hot glue basically holds those in position so that they only will go one way, right? So once you get those lined up and you verify one line is correct, then all the rest go. Okay, and then those things can just drop in there real easy because we made the holes bigger. Okay, so we're going to do that. I was really bummed. We just ran out of memory right before we got to that point. Now remember, when you slide these things in, there's a little tab right here where my middle fingers are. And that little tab goes up and it slides into this thing. Okay, so I'm just going to slip this wire in from both sides, and we're going to actually seat these wings for the first time. The first couple of times it can be a little bit of a challenge because you're fighting the wing spars, and then also you have to kind of teach your wires where to go and get some memory on there. Ow! Okay. But the nice thing is, if you make those holes bigger, then you can actually get a pair of forceps or something in there for the first time, and just make sure everything pulls through properly. Didn't clip yet, so we'll just, I think the wires are fighting me. So when we're done with this mechanical assembly, the last little bit of it, then we'll go into the radio setup. There's a couple of different details I want to add. Okay, you hear the click? That wing is in. It's not this hard always, it's just this hard for the first couple of times. So, trust me, you'd rather have it fit good and tight. But this is awkward on your own out at the field. So, make sure you get it built a couple of times before you take it out, if you can. And I can tell you this without any doubt, this is a heck of a lot easier than like what I have to do for this. Well, I shouldn't say it's easier or harder. It's just very different. Okay. We're so close. We're not quite snapped on this side yet. Like I said, it's always tight the first time. Okay. It's just very hard to hold on to the wing because it's slick. There we go, it clicked. It's together for the first time. Yes! Alright, radio system's on, 2 different battery choices, voltage alarm. Okay, battery choice 1, this is what I anticipate using. It's going to slide over the top of all this crap. Okay, now it narrows as it goes back. Not the battery, but the plane, you know. So if you can get this in here, then that's super nice. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fit because we're running into just too much clearance issue. So we'll try it down here. Now this is a 3000 milliamp 3S 30C pack. I suppose just for grins and giggles I could put it this way, and then you can see that yourself. It's a Turnigy heavy duty. It's the same battery pack I used to fly the ASW-28. Okay. Voltage alarm. Okay. And the reason I put the voltage alarm in here is just so I can get a CG test here in a minute. Plug it in. Then I have a 2200 3S as well, 60C. The reason you're hearing that noise is because I'm sticking into a beanbag here. Okay, so elevator, up, down, rudder, left, right. Okay, ailerons. Okay, so they're all working in the correct directions. Just so you know, the throttle cut is on. Okay, so now flaps, down. I'll come over here so you guys can see better. Flaps. Full length. Crow. Ailerons. Flaps. Okay, one setting I wanted to turn on. Mixing. Okay. It's inhibited currently. I want to make it active when we're in crow. I want to add a ton of extra rudder, okay? So you're in crow, then we'll help pick up for the loss of control with our rudder. But then of course we can give it regular rudder, okay? But I only want to do that when I have my crow on, okay? Now I'm going to add my own mix, and I'm going to go normal, and I'm going to go aileron to rudder, and I'm going to do the rate much lower with flaps. I'll do like a 20%. Switch is going to be set to B, but only in the middle setting, okay? So we've got a little bit of rudder help, no rudder help. Flaps, rudder help. Crow, lots of rudder help. Okay? See how that works? So what that means is we're going to have all the different features of a much more robust radio system. Okay? Now, we also have stabilization, which we need to test for axis to make sure they're going the right direction. Axes. So I'm going to turn my gain all the way up. It's my master gain. I'm going to pick up the plane. I'm going to go up. Okay, that's backward. So we need to flip the elevator. I was very careful about the way I located this receiver so I could get to this. See how there's cracks in there? I've got it lined up. These are the master gains for aileron, rudder, and elevator. Okay, so I just flipped the elevator. That's a dip switch. Up. Hold on a second. Okay, I just flipped it. It's still going the same way. That's very strange. Okay, hold on one second. going the right way there. Up, down, that's the wrong way. Oh, okay, wrong dip switch. Up, down, good, up, down, up, so it's going to resist the environmental impact, okay? Now rudder, wrong way. Okay, I've got the rudder the wrong way now. Okay, now the rudder should be the right way. Correct? Correct. See how it goes the direction I'm moving the plane? Okay, now the elevator is going to do the same thing. A little harder to see in the video. Now ailerons. Up. Up. Now, because we have flaperon support, we need to turn on our flaperon setting. Up. Up. Okay, now our full crow setting. Up. Up. Okay, so all the control axes are going the right direction. Now the only thing we'll have to fiddle with in the field, of course, is going to be our our gains on all three of the control axis. So we're going to end up doing that in the field because obviously we're going to have to wait and see how it turns out. So there's also an on-off control. So the stabilizer is working, right? Now it's off. On, off, on, off, okay? So that's a very important step. If that is not set up right, that could be fairly devastating. Okay. I also remember on my first ASW-28, well, I didn't have lights set up this way, but let's go ahead and give you guys, well, let's put the canopy on. Make sure it fits with the battery. Test the CG, and then we'll give you guys a shot in the dark of what this looks like. So you can see everything fits really comfortably right now. Except for my voltage alarm, I've kind of got in a stupid spot right now. It won't stay there. And we'll do a range test too, just to make sure everything is going to be good for range. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. Get in there, Pat. You can do it, Pat. What am I hitting? I think I might even be hitting this wire, guys. That's ridiculous. Yes. Okay. The plane is fully assembled and fully functional. If we were at the field, I could launch this thing right now. Although I'd probably want to turn off the throttle cut. Lights off. Here we come, guys. Oh, Pat. Look at you, Pat. You're doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you. Okay, lights. Here we go. Oh, yeah, baby. And look at that. It's exactly like I thought would happen. The light is shining to where you can see the rudder move. That's going to be really cool. It's still kind of not eventful. Crow. Oh man, that's so awesome. Alright, so let's test throttle. Throttle cut is off currently. I'm going to hang on to the plane. Full throttle. And there's our braking. Okay? Braking. Okay, now watch. I'm going to get just past. Okay, now I'm going to go just below that. And I'm going to stop it. See? Now it's free. So if I want to tractor the prop, I just put it up a little bit above zero. Okay? Alright, CG time. Throttle cut's on and tested. Timer's cleared. Now we just need to see how the thing CG's out as we've got it set. Okay, now on this plane we have a CG marker, which is listed here. It says CG, but there's a little detent. Okay, so just feel the CG with your finger, and then blammo whammo. Right now we are quite nose heavy. Okay, can't see I'm surprised by that. Okay, Just going to pop off the lid, and then we're just going to see if there's anything we can do about that. There's not that much we can do about that without adding counterweight. But we can try to get this battery in a different spot on the plane too, which is always a possibility. This is kind of a heavy battery too. I'm curious how it's going to turn out with the 2200 milliamp. Let's try that. Okay. I'm going to drop this in there. This time I'll drop this lead over here. And plug that in, let it initiate. Don't fiddle with it for a second. Okay, that's the ESC firing. We'll put that thing in there. Let's see if we can get that down. We are running into the leads right there, which is annoying. Because if I recall, we really had to push this battery back before. Oh, that'll work. Duh. It's always tricky in a new plane trying to get everything situated. I think Pat's going to be a little bit higher than usual on this flight. Alright, CG it is. That's what we're testing. Find the CG point. Now, it's wanting to lean forward a little bit, but I'm going to come forward. I'm going to call it 3 millimeters. There's level. I think it's going to be good. I'd rather start off just a touch nose heavy. It's going to be fine in terms of having enough elevator authority. That's what you really got to watch out for, because if we have any issues, guys, all we're going to do is deploy the flaps, and those takeoff flaps will give us it will take care of any issue we're looking at. So now I'm noticing one other detail, is it looks like this flap is maybe quite a little bit higher. So the deployment, the first deployment's maybe not quite as low, but it looks like the landing flaps are also the same way. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to mitigate that. It looks like we're just a little bit higher here than we are here. That's not a good thing, but it is definitely something we can take a look at and try to fix real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look at it first and make sure I don't see something weird. No, there's nothing weird. I just need to adjust it. So I'll just pull this sleeve back, pop this off, and then I'm going to pull it in. So I got to tighten this on here. There's 3 turns, or 3 half turns I should say. And we'll see if that does it, if that's enough. Oh yeah, that should bring it down quite a bit. And then, guys, we're so close. I wish I could go out and fly right now, but it's really crappy out, and it's dark. I don't like maiden planes on dark. Okay, so that's a lot better. It's still not an exact perfect match. It's almost like there's a bend in this, which the only way I know to fix that would be to unbend it. So I'm going to try to unbend it. Alright, let's try it now. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good. Alright, so take off flaps. Crow. Awesome. Rudder, elevator, ailerons. Alright, that's that, guys. You've seen what you need to see. Check the description below. Buy yourself one. Go through all 1.5 million videos. Sorry, 19. Not 1.5 million. And then make your very own awesome ASW-28. Oh dang it! I knew I'd catch that. And look at that. It looks just like a pure sailplane. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Throttle cuts on. Definitely got a little braking there. Alright guys, with the DX18, that's all we can do. The next step is the Maiden Flight. What a beauty, guys. What a total beauty. I love it. That's so cool. I gotta try to get another shot with those, with the Crow. But I gotta relieve the pressure underneath, or it's gonna damage something. That would suck. Damage it before I even take it out. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. And we're gonna have a Fowler flap action here, I think. It's just gonna be so cool. Alright guys. By the way, that wraps all the way under. Same thing here. It's going to be great, guys. I hope you'll be part of that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.